Welcome back. Today, I've come to the realization that while my shop, such as it is a lean, mean machine where I don't have anything useless. There's actually 5 useless tools that I have that every time I grab them, I'm highly disappointed with them. So first things first, let's talk about clamps. Now, these are bridge clamps, really common usage. I hate these. I have several different styles, so you're saying these are too weak, because they are. You know, if you take something like this and try to clamp it, as you put more and more pressure onto it, it's just, you don't get a good purchase, and then suddenly, look at that. There's almost no tension on here, and it pulled everything out of line. So your perfect glue up is bad. So instead of using these, which are too weak, or using these, which are really heavy, where you have to put something else in there, just get yourself a couple of these. These regular old flip lever clamps will do everything you need. You can reach anywhere in the guitar. The only trick is making sure you don't get ones that are too long. So you want to do some careful measuring. They're out there. It's worth your time. You only need 3 of them, really. All right, the second useless item that I have in my shop, and I've got a bunch of them. It's a scraper plane. On the surface, it sounds like it's so much easier to use one of these, but they're not. I never like the result that I get with this. And yes, I know how to sharpen it. Yes, I know how to set them up. And yes, in some applications, they are good. But I will say that 99% of the time, this thing is not going to do it for me. And you can't blame me for not having a good quality one, because this is a great quality one. Instead, just the amount of usage I get out of it, just a simple card scraper that I sharpen on a bench grinder. I don't even go through the whole process. You'll see that elsewhere. Okay, so use one of these. Don't use one of these. You don't need it. This does everything else you need. The third useless thing that I have in my shop are these high power Shinto rasps. Okay, this one's a Shinto rasp. This is just a high cut file. On the surface, they sound like a great idea, and you can see I've used this. It's a really great way to make a nice flat even neck uneven. All right, you spend all of your time prepping your neck, as I've demonstrated in other videos. You spend all of your time trying to get it right, and you think, oh, I'm gonna take off a little bit more, and you go and something happens. You dig in, and then suddenly your neck is gonna be too thin. Both of them are guilty of it. I don't like these. You know, they seem like a great idea, but not so much. Instead, get yourself a trusty old draw knife. You'll be able to take nice even cuts with this. You'll be able to contour the neck and actually control your whole cut instead of just kind of furiously scrubbing away at it like you're trying to wash out last night's nightmare, a la Macbeth style. This, controlled, easy. You can actually remove a lot more material faster with a good draw knife than you can with one of these. So, while this seems like a great idea, it's not. All right, the fourth thing that I cannot believe I've spent money on in my shop. These guys, jacks for the inside of your guitar. They seem like a great idea in theory, where, you know, you can think, oh, I'm going to clamp this, make it nice and level and even, and I'm going to be able to put it in, and it's going to go everywhere. You put this into a guitar, and I always have a hard time manipulating this under the gun. And it's not that you just have to have one. If you're dealing with a long crack, you're going to need 2, 3, or 4 of these. And by the way, this is a whole other thing. This thing always sounds like a great idea, but the footprint is way too big. If you see this thing is like 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches in diameter, and it always seems like it's about to fit, and then a brace happens to get in the way. So I was reminded because this was useful for me for the first time in the 25 years I've owned it today. So, to me, those jacks are useless. Instead, save yourself a ton of money. Get yourself some of these neodymium magnets and stack them 2 by 2. Wrap little groups of them in clear packing tape, okay? This way glue doesn't stick to it. You can use them to glue, hold things level without having to force things around with one of these. It's a lot faster, a lot cleaner. All right, the 5th worst tool that I own that always seems like a great idea is a fret arbor press. They seem like a really good idea, and every single time I try to use one of these, it's never where I need it to be. A lot of times on older Spanish guitars, I need to do things like I need to pound in frets above the body. And this seems like a great idea because you can support the underside while applying even pressure without worrying about cracking the top. Unfortunately, at least with this handheld model, the way that it's designed is like a regular clamp. So if you put it in, you run into the neck block of the guitar and you're, okay, that's fine. But you can never quite get it far enough back to get the 1 fret that you need, because inevitably it's that 13th fret that's going to be a pain in the butt, or it's going to be too close to the edge of the sound hole, and this is hitting the sound hole on the other side towards the bridge end. So this thing, every single time I grab it, leaves me with nothing but unbridled disappointment. All right, now I've got one bonus tool that I have in the shop that you should absolutely never, ever buy, is the Wagner Safety Planer. This is the scariest tool I've ever had. It's the only one that's ever caused the chuck on my drill press to jump out at me. Chucks on drill presses, unless it's a machinist drill press, are designed to take a downward force, not a lateral force, because they're a Morris taper, okay? So it's just like a cone fitting into a cone. It's not a physical screwed in, tightened thing. This will come off and dance across your floor in a, not toe tapping, but toe removing type of fashion. And so for that reason, this is my never ever buy, no matter what. And if you want anything else to smooth this out, get yourself one of these. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.